So this is the first match between Loppy and Funf. We're gonna call it Funf sometimes because that's how we know him by, but his name's also Michael Jackson in game, boys. And he's playing in the color blue on the southern side of the map with the bear explorer called Lenin. And it's going to play with the Russians. That's the first time we see the Russians. I'm super excited to see this from Funf. We know that Funf is the kind of person that brings different builds, and I'm actually quite surprised to see Russian as well. And let's see what he's going to bring to the party. And needs no introduction on the north and south of the map. Play on the color red. We have our big boy Loppy with the French explorer. Kevin is my favorite Frenchie. That's a statement right there. And we have with me as a co-caster, Mr. Peekaboo. How's it going, brother?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for the introduction. I'm very excited for today's match because both of the players we're looking at different playstyles in my opinion. Loppy is a very aggressive player, which is very interesting to see him in into the tourney as a Revolt tourney. And then we have Funf, which is very build order player. So the Elo bracket doesn't really tell us anything, in my opinion. So I mean, I'm interesting to see what's gonna happen here.
Yeah, it does matter, but if there is a chance for someone that are different bracket to take a win, it has been proven before, even against someone like Julian, is this kind of format. So it isn't. It's a even if it's a treaty, but it's a revolt treaty, so it's not even the same thing. I don't think most people are even prepared for this. So most people are not prepared for this kind of tournament, and that's why it's so innovative and so different. And that's why everybody has a chance to take a win. Even someone with 1400 yellow can actually take a win from someone with 2000 yellow, which is really, really cool. We also I was going to say, I forgot what I was going to say. I had something in my mind, but it's gone now.
To add in, we already see different playstyles of how they want to play their civs. France has already started with a TP. Meanwhile, Russia hasn't started with any TP, which is very, very, very cool to see, in my opinion, because Russia, I think, needs some kind of shipments in order to kind of come back with their with their eco and play style, what they want to say. So well, I'm wondering what he's gonna go for.
Yeah, look at his deck. So he has advanced market, got the sheep with the wagon for the mule. Got there's a lot of weird cards here that I can't actually go through them quickly since we have a lot of time. This game is going to be quite slow, so let's go through them quickly. We got 20 sheep, Strela combat, poke, which is the Prochuki, hit points increase and gain more hit points. I think that's the pikes, right? The Prochuki.
Yeah, that's the Poruchiks. Yeah, that's the upgrade for pikes, and it upgrades their HP if they're among other infantry.
Okay. He also has Ransack with the infantry attack versus buildings increased. You got cavalry combat. Also you got Sovnia, which is notably increases the melee damage of cavalry archers, Streltsy, and Porochikis. Porochikis. Cavalry archers inflict area damage in melee.
Okay.
That's weird.
Okay.
Imagine your guns doing actually area damage in melee, which is so different. You got
I wonder if they have negative multipliers against infantry or not, because that would be interesting to see in the later game.
Yeah, let's see. Each block has +5 Streltsy. Pishtor's toy soldiers increase each attack of your Russians heavy infantry. So maybe he might go for some bikes build kind of thing. Also have Georgian Hussars. They leave us 17 Hussars for 2,000 coin. And you got the fort and 2 factories. So that's the deck here. He has something called Angar. I don't know what that means. What he's going for. Any idea?
I I mean, the 17 Hussars tell me that he might go for a Romanian revolt, maybe. Especially with the 8 sheeps, since he has already sent it. I know
Hey,
that it adds a lot of eco to Russia. I've already seen a couple players to do it, even in supremacy against me. So definitely can be a build.
there we go. You have the scout here from Loppy. He just finally realized he's going for the for the pan build here with that many sheep. He actually is building more sheep and upgrading the pan for the selective breeding. And he's, if I was not mistaken, he sent that again, or he just, oh, he's making sheep. That wasn't actually, I thought he was sending the card over, which is not the case. But he did actually made up at the end, creating that trade post. After all, aging up with 17 villagers, which is probably the best thing with Russia, since you're not on the timer to Russia anyway. And then on the other side of the map, we do have Lop sending out, he sent the 3 villages first, and now sending regiment, Ancient regiment, or regiment Ancient Ancient regiment, regiment. I think it must be
regiment, maybe
regiment. Yeah, it has to be, the accent is on the yeah. So it has to be regiment. Or maybe regime. Probably that's how what it is. NCM regime.
In the end.
Yeah, you cannot say regime, otherwise ma is the stress, right? It has to be NCM regime. Like regime. So regime.
Yeah.
Regime. NCM regime. Sending out the 4 Kuda the boy. We also have the Wilderness Welfare. That's which is very, you can see that the revolutionaries also get affected by this card. So even at this one, because oh no, actually it does not. This is only for this particular unit, so it does not affect those. These ones are for all ranged attack increase, so that actually might affect the revolutionaries and the villagers as, I don't know if the village would be affected by this.
Depends if they're depends if they're called. It depends infantry. If they have tags of infantry, yeah. If they're ranged infantry tags, which I'm not very sure about. Depends what he goes for. If he goes for what, Canada Revolt, or if he goes for French Revolt. I'm not very sure about the tags that they have.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Let's see. And we have the cannons. You got the 6 cuirassiers, the 10 villagers. We have seen the 10 villagers before. Also have for coverings. But I think you got about 7 cards you really want to send before you do revolt. So there's not much time to do everything you want. And you have a big raid here coming strong from Lionheart. Thanks for the raid. I hope you had a great stream, my friend. Yeah, man. We have Russia hero brought coming from Michael Jackson. And we have a very weird kind of deck. If you guys just came through, look at his deck. Calls Ungarn. Anybody has any idea what does even mean? You think he's going for Finland? He has some sort of Peter Shuki. How's it called? The name of this thing again? Porochik.
I believe that the robot might be able to translate that if he's able to, or if he's in here in the chat. If there's some specific German word for it, but
so he's cooking with the livestock pen, upgraded as well. The pen to actually fatten these babies slightly faster.
Is he getting another one? Is he getting another one or another 2?
Wow! What is this?
Okay.
What is this?
It's gonna be very greedy build, I think. But
when you revolt, if you revolt with any sieve that you can keep some of the villages, or you can make the villages really fast, and if you start collecting all that sheep, a lot of food, he might have something really cool that we're not seeing just yet. That's gonna be using a lot of food, and that's what I like about Funf, man. He managed to dig in, you know, like he managed to find builds that we're not actually expecting to come. And I've seen him doing a lot of build orders that was really amazing that nobody thought of. So hopefully he will bring something cool and different, like really expect great things from Funf. He has sent 700 wood and economic theory, and he's saving 2 shipments in aging up with the bishop, so he's gonna give an extra town center. Let's see what quickly here. So we talk about different things. I just want to see what Loppy is up to. He's already going to the h4 with the tycoon. It's gonna give him 1,000 coin. Also drop down a church, and the ancient regiment is already on the field as well, and it has also one shipment in the back.
Can we see if Russia has dropped down the church? Because if he hasn't, might be another thing to improve, maybe, because I believe that Russia can drop it down a church in H2 as well. Which,
yeah, he invested on this livestock pen instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of wood investment on these things. I just don't know what the reason is just yet. He still have like
we'll see.
deers on the field, but he's choosing to go for this because he still has to go to h4. So he's just choosing to go for the sheep. So you're gonna gather this really, really fast. 2.2 food gather rate.
Oh,
and there we go. He shipped 20 sheep.
That's why he went for the 3 livestock. But I believe it might be even better to just go for 2.
Yeah, they fit 10 at these babies. But it must have something else going on. Why did he build 3 though? Maybe it was an oversight, but it doesn't matter. I don't think that would matter too much. We have the 3 town centers in the field.
Wow.
3 town centers is really interesting as well. Why he would go for that? Aging up with the logistician in h4. What is that?
I believe, isn't that the engineer? Isn't engineer the 2 falconets or something, or is logistician the 2 falconets? I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Logistician h4, I'm not sure. Is the 4? Okay. So we have Loppy. He's been in h4 earlier, so he's gonna get the factory early on. Still no upgrades coming up from the royal embassy yet. We do have the mercantilism already researched. We shipped the 2 factories, followed up by the pioneers in age 1. Also has sent already the 10 courier boys, boosting up with 37 courier boys at the moment, in comparison to 29 from Russia with 3 town centers. So
we have to consider that he had sheeps, which gathered what? He had 8 sheeps at least, which were
those 10. Oh, 8.
Yeah,
no,
8.
And he did 2 more. He did 2 more.
Right. Okay. So basically, he had what? 3,000. Wait, over 30,000 coin. 4,000 coin. 4,000 food. Sorry.
Yeah, 3,600. And you do lose a little bit for decay. So let's say 3,400, 3,300. It's decay is really unpredictable how much you lose. But there we go. It's actually now producing 9 villages at a time.
It's insane, actually.
Yeah, and that's where the ship comes through, because how would you pull off that much amount of food? And you still want to get a church somehow, I think, at this time of the year. You want to get your factories, you want to get your mercantilism. We are on 2 minutes mark now for the treaty time. So he's getting both factories without mercantilism, which is nice. But
actually, he might be
it.
revolting to what, Sweden? Is it Sweden or is it Finland? Oh, Finland is the revolt that he might be actually going for as well, because I know that it's also very nice for late game Russia. Especially what I've seen from Kevin doing some free for alls, etc. So I'm also interested. He might go Romania, Finland, but I think we're gonna have to see what he goes for.
Yeah, he also has to get the Fenar allies and the Habsburg. It has been very useful for. We have seen how useful it is. You get the Mayan Hussars, you get the F zones every now and then, and then the sooner you get them, the better. But you see the Loppy here. He also sent the full curveins, which is really great addition to his military. Instead of you having to worry when you revolt, you might have not the resources right then. And I actually don't hate this. The 4 curveins is very useful. There's a lot of resources here. There's 500 resources each, so there's 2,000 resources into this curveins. So I actually like this from him. And then he can put his factories to make maybe some heavy cannons, or that sort of musk kind of villagerish. He can actually. The good thing about he has 3 stables though. That's interesting. I thought he was going for some sort of musketeer kind of build, but he might actually be going for some cuirassier instead. He making goons. I wonder if he knows
what is
what's
the revolt?
coming.
Sorry, what is the revolt that he's going for? Oh, we can already see it. Oh,
French.
French revolt. Okay.
Yeah, and then with this amount of resources, he can actually go into a Napoleonic era, which is some sort of upgrade for your revolt, which is pretty cool. Now he's
and
getting.
A lot of people do not realize that even if you get the Napoleonic era, you get all of those resources back. So even if you if you look at the resources, like okay, so for example,
What this?
it costs it costs 1700 resources food and coin. When you revolt back, when you revolt to the Napoleonic era, you get those resources back.
Really?
It's like it's like a preemptive payment. You pay for it, but you get it back when you revolt, which is
I didn't know
pretty
that.
interesting. Yeah, it's really insane sometimes.
There we go. You have a revolt here coming. Is that Hungary?
Yeah, it's Hungary for sure. It's Hungary.
It is the flag,
Okay.
right? Hungarians. So he does have 17 Maya Hussars.
Wow.
How did they come about? And he's sending probably 15 more.
No, I think he shipped the card in H4 for Russia. That
To
gives
get
them
a lot of cav.
It gives them what there's some kind of phrase for the Russian hussars in H4. And then when you revolt to Hungary, it turns all of the hussars into Magyar hussars.
Right, but Loppy is prepared for this because he went for dragoons. Like I guess he kind of knew what was coming to him. Very, very interesting. We do have also the explorer here from Michael Jackson trying to find out what's going on into Loppy's side of things. We do have the mortar. Let's see what Loppy's, if his factories are working for coin or they are working for heavies. They're working for food instead because we're trying to get some scalots. And no Napoleonic era is going to come up from him, I think. He's actually investing a lot on those resources. He has sent this upgrade for 20% damage and siege armor for Sun Scalots. And also sent this one that the gain more experience from training units and other players receive less experience from defeating yours. Wow, that's pretty interesting.
For sure, yeah.
And they also slightly faster gather all resources.
But there's something that I definitely would give an advice to Loppy is to not put those Sanklotis onto farm because there's been a couple of hunts that I've seen around the map. You can put them on the map and they look at their gather rate. It's 0.63. It's very low.
Right. You're right. Not very useful.
Yeah. And what is the unit composition for Loppy? Because I believe that if Jackson, if Funf actually went right into his base, I think the Loppy cannot defend this. Honestly, look at the 2 Magyar Hussars, man.
He has 32 Maya Hussars. We've seen 40 Hussars of Death from Robot the other day. This is better.
Exactly.
They are better in a way. They are better because of their HP. They're worse when it comes to their damage. So it is kind of...
They're a tanking unit.
But they don't have arrow damage. They don't have arrow damages. I think also the Hussars of Death don't have arrow damage anyway. But
they do not, yeah.
But there's like 20 something damage less than the Hussars of Death. So that's to take in consideration.
Yeah, I believe that yesterday when we saw the game of Robot, they had 79 damage per swing.
Okay, we have something sent now. You were sending 1 outpost wagon. That's what you always get. And all you're gonna spawn a Hungarian grenadier. I don't think that's a lot of this. It's not gonna be made.
But I think there's a card. There's a card that you can get like Magyar Hussar per each outpost or something, if I'm not mistaken. Or
yes, when you revolt, you get 1 per outpost. But he didn't have many blockhouses, so he didn't get many, unfortunately. But I think also your cav transform into these babies. I'm not sure how it works. Okay, so let's see. I think he's already reached the Napoleonic era.
No, he didn't. He
No,
didn't. No, he didn't. I think he's
making more
opting
goons.
for those. Yeah, he's opting for those sanct
And he's
lotties to.
walking quite a lot here.
Oh,
But both of them are actually not taking this fight the right way, I would say. Let's see the micro, how it comes. The villagers actually trying to tank everything, and the cav actually really want to get in contact with the chancellor,
exactly.
right? And your where your granziers, you want to actually be killing the dragoons. However, it's a really bit of convoluted. Everything is attacking everything, and these guys need to focus on those dragoons. He has to be this focus for this fight. And he's finally realizing this. He also sending some cav towards the dragoons. They also the heavies are coming. The Corvins are fighting through. I think Loppy is in a very good position here. It looks like so. The cav is
Can we
melting.
can we look at the HP of the sanct lotties, because I think he has upgrade. Oh, okay, that's what makes sense. Okay, because they have 351 HP, man.
They
They
have
have
quite a lot.
more
They
HP than a musketeer.
Yeah, they have range resist. They have you have no multipliers against these villagers, right? They do
And
17
cavalry.
damage, and
And they have
because of
negative
pioneers, they have pioneers
yeah.
on them as well.
And I think he has also sent the wilderness warfare, which also
Yes,
affects them.
exactly. So actually going for a skirm, sort of like villager goon kind of comp here did pay out for him. It's just like Loppy just knew he was going for some sort of cav. He knew the revolts that were coming from Russia, so that was really clever from him actually going for dragoons. And also knowing that one of the weaknesses from his composition is actually cav, because heavy infantry skirms don't do very well against Sunsclot. They can do, but it's not as good as cav would do. And it completely countered Funf here. We have two heavies in the field. The factories are working for wood, and one is actually making heavies. And here you go. You got blockhouse for every shipment that he gets. It didn't get many from the grenadiers, unfortunately. They don't get many of them. What is this? All existing outposts in the blockhouse spawn on my Hussar.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, all of the blockhouses and that's the card I was talking about. So basically, he could have waited for this card as well and then send it. So he would have had what, like 45, close to 50 mega stars maybe.
And also look at this. He sends citizenship. So he went for like a greedier version of this, and he's already on 36 villagers.
36 villages. Wow.
He's been booming behind this, so this is all like a
Wow.
fake push. He's actually
Wow.
okay. He's actually booming. Like you giving him enough time, you'll be able to put his composition back in place and actually remass. Where on the other side here, Loppy has all these villagers.
With him,
Yeah,
and he's
some of
not
them are
gathering
working, but not.
resources.
He is actually, but not with all of them.
Yeah.
But he's taking dive around in the middle of the map, which is actually exactly what he has to do instead of actually
Yeah.
going for a lazy meal, right? Funf is pushing a little bit back with almost no units whatsoever. We do have also from Loppy the Meyer Hussar shipment as well. So that's something that I think Michael Jackson should have actually added to his comp as well. Another blockhouse right down in front of Loppy. Then the
Wow.
revolutionaries are just walking, not really doing any damage, unfortunately for Lop. But we have a lot of heavies on the other side as well. We see a lot of red experience coming through, which means Lop is doing major damage here. We only have now Falconets. And also, Lop still has the 4 coverings from the H4 before he revolted, and now is really, really paying off for him. But how many Sam's Claws he has still have left? 20 here in the field, 38 overall. Some are working, some are on the fight.
But
33 guard
the,
dragoons. Yeah,
there's not really no. I mean, he has 20 in the field, but the other ones are not really getting resources that much. So
now they
what are
are.
his reinforcements gonna be? I mean, now they are, yeah, of course, but
Yeah,
what are his reinforcements gonna be? Meanwhile, Funf is already pumping villagers out, which means
3 at
he's
9
gonna
at a
be.
time.
Yeah, exactly. And look at the sheeps. He already has what, like 4,000 food on the floor, pretty much, that he can pick up.
Yeah, the food is really paying off. And now he's doing a lot of blockhouses because he
Oh,
wants to get the Myra size. And the more that he gets, the more of these blockhouses, more is hard it's gonna be to infiltrate his base. And actually he's gonna get a lot of Myra stars here. So basically you're
exactly.
spending like 250 resources into each Myra Hussar. It's not cheap investment, to be honest, because the Russians is that 250 wood? Is that what they cost?
It's 250 wood, yeah. But can we see what he was? Oh, okay. He stopped the shipping of that unit, but he was shipping something. He's not very decisive what he's gonna
Yeah,
ship.
he's probably saving this in case he needs to.
Yeah, I think so.
And he also has 3 Falcons. He cannot send the Infinite Force, unfortunately. He also has 12
Okay.
Krabats. It's not going to help his comp very much. You have 10 Pandors.
But I wonder if can we look at the tax on those villagers? If Pandoras actually can counter them? Can we look at the
What is
on the
Pandors? I don't know what
because
they do.
Pandoras they're pretty much like a anti-skirm.
Right.
They basically have multis versus light infantry, like skirmishers, Ibis gunners, and all the skirmisher type units.
They're like a Schiavone, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
From Italy. There you go. You got the church after all. He actually sent the mercantilism after all. That's why he actually managed to actually get the citizenship. And Funf, on the other hand, is still not going for the Napoleonic era.
Okay.
He is now on 62 Sanskrit as well. That's quite a lot. He's producing 5 at a time. That's the beauty of this. He can make 5 at a time, so he'll be able to pump these guys back to 100 pop in no time. So you're already on 67. The thing is, the mills they don't do very well. He's on 0.75 here. He really needs to actually put them in the field and get these hunts here. I don't think there's any other choice. He's sending something funny here. Is a guillotine, which is this card over here.
It's a really nice card, yeah.
You receive a fraction of food and coin for economic units you have lost so far. Sans-culottes inflicts more damage against hero units, which is not very important. However, they set ranged attack damage bonuses against hero. Okay, that's what it is. So that's fine. That's fine because it actually you gather food and coin faster. No, you will get food and coin.
It's pretty much like the trip to Jerusalem.
Yes.
It's like a trip to Jerusalem card for Malta.
And that really helped him to get the coin that he needed to go to the Napoleonic era. And he's going for it. And he also dropping out states. He's transitioning somehow to a late game. And Funf on the other side of the map is on 57 villages. Stop making more villages because they do cost quite a lot. They cost 210 coin.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, that I didn't expect that.
I did not know that. I did not know that as well. That's a new thing.
That's the thing. Some revolts they do cost coins. Some revolts do cost food. So that's the thing. But the revolutionary cost food, and the villagers cost coin instead. So he does need to put his. Well, that's why one of his factories on coin. Loppy has revolted once again. So no. Let's see if we catch some of his next shipment. He also has 3 Mayor Hussars to be sent. And also the Ebb zones as well, which I think he's sending them right now. Oh no, they just appeared from my vision for a little bit. And
I think he was shipping the Grenadier card that they have. They have like the Dragoon card now. Okay.
So Dragoons inflicts more damage to cavalry and take less time to train. How less?
I believe
20% faster train. So it's. Imagine if he has the church upgrade to make your cav faster even. That's 750 coin. This cav will pop like no time. And look at this. With the big buttons, he's coming with 80 villages right now. This is the big push. He is coming with everything. He's not even leaving some behind to actually continue. He has a lot of resources in the back in case he actually needs to make more resources. He's on a 200 pop and he pressed all his buttons and you know what? I want to finish this game right now. I'm going to push this forward. And look at this. We're popping even the wall and constraining Funf to his side of the map. We do have a lot of heavy cannons on this other side. We've got 53 Grenadiers. We got 8 Bosniaks as well, and still alive the 8 Grenadiers. Shipping a lot of, making a lot of coin here. Maybe he wants to make more of those villagers. And we're going in. He's trying to catch on to those coverings, and I think he might have got something. It's really hard to see here. Let's see if we can rotate this camera a little bit.
I think that's gonna be a good fight for Funf, in my opinion, because if he gets all those heavy cannons onto those villagers, it might be a very good fight for him. But he needs to micro it correctly.
There's so much smoke going on. Damn.
Sure.
Like, if you see here, Loppy is on 2 heavy cannons. Lost the mortar. Only on 2 coverings. The covering is not even shooting, but he's still on 35 Sunsculottes and 26 goons, where Funf had lost all his infantry. He lost the fort. And let's see what Funf is up. He's have a lot of coin though. He needs food to make those more infantry though, and that's really hurting him. And I think that's the time that he can actually send this card. Has he sent that already?
Yeah, he has already sent it. Yeah, those were the Magyars that were coming to the front first.
They look like boyar or something, like some sort of Cossack or whatever.
No, they were. I was already thinking that he has already sent it. But the thing is, if you look at the dragoons of Loppy, they have ×5 multis versus heavy cavalry. That's because of the shipment that he has sent. It's an insane shipment. I think that they did like an imperial anti-cavalry unit.
So let's see.
35 × 5, man.
Is that ×5 now?
Yeah, because of the shipment that he has sent.
So that's 30, that's 150, 125, that's 175.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of damage.
And the 100 musketeers coming in to finish it off, I think.
Yeah, that's a very scary mass. And he also have the 25 Burmans, the musket. There's 100 musks. Oh, the 100 musks. That's such a clutch card. He has 95 musketeers, and he still has a 30 Sunsculotte. And Funf calls it, coming up with a nice Hungary strategy for the Russians, but didn't manage to pull it off against the French Napoleonic era. And you still see, it says Bosniaks, and I'm pretty sure that I saw Bosniaks, not my Hussars, there in the field. But I really like the ship idea. It was pretty cool. You know, big prompts for Funf to trying this out.
All right. So in the eastern side of the map, we have Michael Jackson, Funf, starring as ports, and
this way.
Exactly. And in the western part of the map, we have Loppy going as Ottoman, which is a very interesting matchup because Ottoman can go pretty much everything in this tournament, in my opinion, especially with the church card being very OP in the supremacy. And I think that it might be very good in this tourney as well. I mean, but what are your opinions?
Yeah, it's a nice pick here from Loppy. He has to pick it first because he was the winner from the previous match, and he can go for everything. He can go Egypt, he can go Hungary, he can go Barbarians, and what's the last one from the auto? I forgot. There's another one as well.
Egypt,
yeah.
Egypt,
I think I've mentioned Egypt, Barbarians, Hungary, and something else.
Oh,
there's another one.
Egypt, Hungarian. Oh, there's 4 revolts that I know for sure. But
yeah, there's another one.
There's somebody gonna be in chat that's gonna know.
Anyways, I think some of them are more viable than the others. The Barbarians are
Romania.
Great.
Sorry to interrupt you. Romania.
I think Egypt and Hungary is the most famous one. I think Hungary is probably the best one, but also we do have extensive fortifications, and able to construct twice as many outposts, increase hit points of all fortifications. Imagine if you actually get to do 14 outposts, you're gonna get 14 Maya Hussars with the Hungary Revolt, which is not easy to pull off because it's a lot of wood investment there, so it's not easy to pull it off. But we do have Portuguese here onto the side. In Portuguese, in a 10-10 build, opening up with the Feitoras, and you have Brazil. Gran, I don't know. I don't know what the Gran is. Gran.
I think maybe Grenadiers,
Grenadiers.
maybe. I think
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
Grenadiers, probably.
Yes. Yeah, maybe Grenadiers with Brazil Revolt. And he has the option to go water. Port's pretty good on water. There's nothing for water here anyway, but he can still go for that extra resources. I don't know if that would be really useful for Brazil. I don't think he's gonna go for that. Both has gone for TP. Deck
You have
wise, he
to.
has the 1 TC and the 2 TCs as well. Also have Grape Shot as well in there. The 1600 wood that might help with the Revolt, the Dragoon upgrades, and the artillery hit points. So nothing for, there's no cards in here for Grenadiers. Maybe the Grenadiers, when you revolt into Brazil, you might get something like that.
Can you check the cards for auto once again?
Grand Colombia. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah.
I think that this build is gonna be very heavy on Spahis, especially because of the H4 Team Spahi shipment that he has, because you would almost never have it as Otto unless you're planning on to doing like a heavy Spahi build.
Not necessarily, but it's an option. He can actually go for the most construction with the church and also get more Spahi that way as well. There's quite a lot of Spahi, and you have to be revolted. So if you go for 4 Spahi as well, I don't think it's a great card to be sending. I would rather send something else, like for example 2 Great Bombards. I think would be better than 4 Spahi, but might be wrong. Let's see what this guy's gonna come up to. Oh, the game is paused.
You wanna
Yeah,
pause it.
bad. Because I do like to use the enter here. My bad, boys. Well,
Interesting enough,
the thing is that they don't have to use all the cards that they have in their deck. This is pretty much like option wise in terms of, I don't know, maybe my opponent is gonna be doing this. I might actually do this instead of that one. It gives different options. Might confuse your opponent to see what your build is. So that's pretty much the logic. But you're gonna be sending about 6-7 cards before you revolt. You have 15 minutes. Some Steves might be able to send more than others, especially with the mercantilism. You send 2 more, then you probably can send about 8 cards. I don't know. I never really counted exactly, but that's out of my head. That's the number that I'm coming up with. There we go. So we have Funf aging up with the Philosopher Prince. The Philosopher Prince gives you what?
if I'm not mistaken, it's the 900 food age up, isn't it? Is it? Wait.
900 now. That's just my 500 food.
It's like it's the age up that gives you the possibility to age to build units from your TC. No, or is that
I'm not
no? That's a
sure.
logistician. Well, I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see then.
It might be 500 food. So he wants to get there quick.
Yeah, probably.
And send more town centers because he wants to send town centers, and I think that's the idea. And he's gonna need to get there with the 700 coin possibly, and then save his shipments and send 1,000 coin. I think he just for a Brazil revolt, you might want to get there very quickly to get your town centers out. That might be, there we go, 700 food into the bag. We getting out some wood trickle as well from Victoria's. And there we go. It's 500 food onto the floor. And on the Portuguese, age up with the quartermaster. There we go. The 400 wood on the floor, followed by the 700 coin. No mercantilism, no economic theory, no 5 villages either. We have seen that actually 5 villages do help quite a lot for the Ottomans. However, he chose not to send that. However, you gotta take a lot of treasures, otherwise it's really hard to send Palace Intrigue, Mass Construction, the 2 factories, 10,000 coin, or even 1,000 wood, depending if you want to send this, especially if you want to send Spahi and 5 Spahi. That's quite a lot of things to send. You got to be really, really mindful of your shipments as well. And he's going for the 700 coin first, and followed by the 5 Euros.
I think it's Euros.
There we go.
But I don't understand the 5 euros. Why wouldn't you send maybe just 5 euros, as there is like the Spanish build that they have, that the Spain has? Maybe, going for the fast fortress. Wouldn't that be maybe more useful? But
Me.
depends. Depends
What are you
what
talking
he's
about
planning
Spain? I
to do.
don't get it.
I know that there's this Lionheart's Spain build that he goes for 3 villagers into 5 villagers, and when you can macro perfectly, you can basically age up by the same time or a little bit slower than with the 700 coin, but with the better eco.
Right. Okay, I see what you're
So
saying. So maybe
so
send
maybe
the set.
5 villagers into maybe 700 wood or 700 coin, maybe to go to H4 faster. That's
Yeah, that's an option. He could
another
even
thing.
save a shipment as well. I don't hate sending 5 views and not sending anything else, because he does have the 400 wood for investments that he can even like use like steel traps and make a house if he needs to, and then just go to H3 and save a shipment. That could be also something. It just doesn't feel great sometimes about 700 wood, especially because you have the 400 wood himself. That's their pause. That's not mine, by the way. I think we're kind of ahead, so um, if I fast forward, would that even work?
It will work by a little bit, I think. Not by much, though.
I don't know. I don't want to bug it though.
I understand. But
Yeah,
if we talk about it, like, like, okay, Funf might probably go for Brazil Revolt, which will spawn revolutionaries or like a little bit cheap revolutionaries out of their TCs, which, oh, okay, it's on pause already, which is going to be out of 4 TCs, but can also manage to go and defeat that, like consistently. That's another thing, because Otto will only have 1 TC, maybe factories to deal with, and unless their Spahi run out, I think that might be hard to deal with after they or Spahi are dead.
there we go. 1,000 wood in the bag. That's for the revolt. Now I'm sending the mosque upgrade for the village account of 45 limit. We have also Bartolomeu Fagundes taking the TP vision here of the Jesuits on down the south. And as he comes the first town center from Loppy here, where ports, some Tilton centers. We have 23 villagers for Loppy and 20 for Michael Jackson, even if he aged up with it. Only 10 villagers in age 1. There we go. He aged up with some wood. There we go. And he's sending ship, 16 ship. He likes the ship. So maybe his will do a pen now with the wood that he's gotten from this age up. Here's the church. There goes the town center. I wonder if he's gonna do a pen or he's just gonna eat that raw or medium.
I'm not sure with how many food the sheep
Medium
arrive. Is
raw.
it at 80? Is it with 80? I don't think it's 1. I think it's 80 or something like this. Can you check?
Thanks for the bits as well, Lionheart. Appreciate it. He sent a livestock pen. Is that what?
Yeah, it's 16 plus livestock pen.
Oh, oh la la. That's not so bad. And why he has 2 then?
Oh, I think he built 1, but can you check with
Oh,
how many food the sheeps arrive with?
nothing.
Oh, okay, it's like 50 or something. Okay, I thought
But
it's
yeah,
80.
he's already doing selective breeding with the first pen that he actually created, and he's actually making more of them, actually intentionally building 2 livestock pens for the same purpose of having 20 sheep in the field. There we go. So that's pretty cool. And this is not a bad thing. Even in Supremacy, I've seen people pull this off. Having like a lot of food at home, safe, and once there are 20 times 3, that's 6,000 food right there. Quite a lot. And it doesn't have to worry about the herds or maybe going for meals, that kind of horrible stuff that happens when you don't have the food, and how fast do they fatten? They started with 50, they're already on 100, so By the time he revolts, these babies will be on fully fattened. Now another shipment here for Funf. He already sent 1,000 coin. He's already gathering that. Let's see what Loppy has sent so far. He's waiting for something on the town center. Aging up with the Grand Vizier. Upgrading now log fume. Sent 1,000 coin, and that's all he has done so far. And let's see the market upgrade here on this other side here. Now he's starting with the hunting dog, so a little bit behind when it comes to the market upgrades. Has already the coin necessary to age up, and there's another hunt that he's going for here down south. Pretty cool. 150. Yeah, how fat at this point?
I wonder why Loppy went for the Grand Vizier, which I believe is the 3 Spahi, instead of the 1,000 coin, which might have paid for his mercantilism.
Right, that's a very interesting point. I think he just want to have that big mass of Spahi, but that's gonna really hurt him when it comes to
I think
the
so too.
mercantilism. He might even not send that, and he's not gonna be sending the most construction and the place intrigue. He doesn't have shipments for that because he went for 2 resources in H2. So I think
Yeah.
you gotta choose one of either or. You just send 1,000 wood or 1,000 coin. Sending both is kind of rough. I would just send 1,000 wood, and I would just chop the 1,000 coin that I need here.
Honestly, would have shipped just maybe 1,000 coin and go straight for the FI and just aged up with the 1,000 coin instead of the Grand Vizier. I think that might be even better and
But you
faster.
need 1,000 wood for the revolt anyway.
That's for sure. But you can send it with the 1,600 or you can send it later. You know, I mean, maybe it's okay. It's 11 minutes. I understand.
Yeah, you see, he has only 3 minutes, 3 minutes and a half to do all of this. There's not much time to do all of that. So you gotta really think through every aspect of the way. And there we go. He has the Swiss Spahi. Imagine he has 1,000 coin. He would have been sending the mercantilism right now. He would be chilling. I don't think he will have all those resources to send those 2 shipments here and 2 factories at the same time, or even send the 6 Spahi. Oh
Yeah.
4 Spahi.
4 and 4 and 5.
There's a 6 Spahi in H4, right?
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah. There, I think there's
More
4 or
pricey.
5. 4 or
I think
5. Yeah, I think
no,
it's 1,200 food for 6 Spahi. Yeah.
yeah, I think that is. There you go. He actually does send the charge card at this point, and also getting water power. That's the wood upgrade for the factories, and where Portuguese age up with the Viceroy. Here comes the Bardo Miranda, which is the how is this called again? Tavern.
Tavern. Yeah, it's a tavern.
There we go. Place your mines just in hand with the steel traps already researched. Let's have a look on that ship. The ship is almost ready to be collected. Those 6,000. How much did I say? It was 6,000, right?
Yeah, 6,000.
6,000 res.
It's really insane because even if you collect them, like when you collect them, you can even trade, resources, and it's worth it to trade resources instead of gathering wood, for example, or anything else.
Yeah, Michael Jackson does like his ship. That's
he
very,
does.
very
He
true.
does.
And look at that. He's building a 3rd pan here.
Wow.
Maybe you might say that he likes sheep way too much. Maybe he's a farmer. Who knows? There we go. 4 town centers in the field.
Oh, he's even building sheep as well. More sheep.
Yeah. He's making them out of 100 food. What is his plan after this? Because I want to know what he's gonna do with that food. There we go. We already have a couple more here in the bag to start with, but there's a lot of fattened ones. He's sending 4 villages to gather all of that food. That's quite a lot of food. Second factory coming in, also going for the water power to boost his factories to gather wood faster. And they now riding school.
Okay.
Interesting. By seeing some dragoons, maybe. We are on 1 minute away from the treaty time, and the dragoons are very good option against Spahi. So I can see what the idea is coming from. We do have great bombards in production, upgraded factories. We do have also the most construction as well. We are about to get all the resources necessary for a revolt. We still have to send the 3 bombards already.
Bombards.
He still has the Pikilu corpse, which can send more 5 Spahi, and also not gonna have resources enough to send new order infantry just yet. I think he's gonna wait for the revolt, but it does not necessarily mean. Oh, look at those! You can see that the Hungry Revolt being information with the 5 outposts. That's 5 Mayan Hussar so far. Here comes the Nizam, also queued up for the Pikilu corpse, which is gonna be more Spahi.
Oh, he's actually going for all of those church techs. Okay.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to send the extensive fortifications. There's no time for that. But it's in the deck nonetheless. And the game has started. They are ready to attack. They have to be attacked. They have to be revolted, sorry, at the 60 minutes mark. So they have 40 seconds to revolt. It doesn't revolt in 40 seconds. Lop automatically lose this match. Even if they miss this, they will lose because I will call it. So he has 30 seconds to revolt. He has to press that button. Here comes the cavalry couriers coming through from their arsenal. It's very nice to see. The revolt's coming through. There we go. Hungary revolt, just 15 seconds away. And Brazil is in the field, sending some jagunços.
Oh,
and 10 cows. And 10 cows. Actually gonna be straight into the pen.
That's really nice as well.
And now he can actually use the jagunços to collect the sheep.
Yeah.
Big brains.
Damn, he really likes those eco revolts. Like Funf really likes those eco revolts that he knows that he's gonna be okay with.
Look at his first shipment in the revolt.
Yeah.
Citizenship. Not even going for 2 cover wagons, going for Minas Gerais, which is gonna allow him to create villages out of the town center and grant steady trickle of coin. Just by having them, they're gonna get actually resources. And he only has the pen. Sorry,
sorry to interrupt you,
tavern.
But there's a big raid coming down from the north on the north side of the TC.
Yeah, using the voluntario, the Patria to actually see what's going on into Loppy side, but Loppy side said no, sir, I'm actually going for your base. You better come back here. But if you go for the factory, this is actually better.
It is definitely.
If you manage to get the factory, there's uncontested, he's gonna be ahead. And look at this. We got a lot of my hussars being sent. That's the problem now. He cannot fight this. You also get an outpost wagon as well. Here comes the jagunços to come to fight this cavalry from Funf. We have 3 great bombards against the 2 heavies. We still have 95 voluntary patrias, but he is losing the jagunços. The jagunços cannot die. He needs those to deal with the cav. I think he's fighting a bit too early. He needs to back this up. And unfortunately, he's not fighting with all his army, and Lop is. But look at this, the back raid here, just in time. But they're not in melee range just yet. Now they are. More jagunços coming up from the Bardo Miranda, which basically means Miranda's bar. It's still a lot of spy here and the Maya Hussar. It's just too many stuff from Loppy, and I think Brazil's not gonna cut it. He's sending this carbine here, the elite blow gunners. They are sort of like skirms, and how are you gonna deal with the Spahi and the Hussars with 880 HP? It needs the jagunços. There's way too many on the field, and Funf is in a big trouble here. He's gonna have to send maybe 10 more cattle drivers. What else can he send? He's out of resources.
Maybe six
soldados.
Yeah, soldados, but that's still not great.
And sacrificing the dragoons to actually take those heavies, and there's more heavies coming through. You know, like non-stop. You still have the outpost wagon that can also be sent. The Hussars managed to finish up the dragoons. They still have so many Spahi in the field. There's 4 of them, but 25 Hussars, and I think the 25 Hussars alone can just win the game for Loppy, and he takes the win.